Hello everyone, Krydex here. Welcome back to our Nullius playthrough. A continuation of our last episode where we accomplished quite a few things. Pipe 3s have finally saturated. We started on logistics bots 2. We got hangar 2s, charger 2s. We even have accumulators. 10 megajoules each. I could just throw a bunch of these down. 840 megajoules, would that be helpful? I mean, I guess it would. I haven't had a ton of power issues, but more accumulators is always helpful. I mean, to some level. Like right now... Ooh, we are using a lot of power. Wind is... Oh, I guess wind is actually low right now. High wind, or normal to high wind, is in the 150 megawatt range. Right now it is not giving me enough. Oh, and there goes my accumulator charge. That's not good. We need more Stirling engines is what this is telling me. Huh. Maybe I do want to pop down those grid batteries, but, I mean, that's only when wind is, like, totally dying. As soon as wind climbs back up, we're fine. Okay. Let's see. Why are there still none of these? What the heck is happening? What? I automated you. What's happened? This somehow got mixed up? How does that even happen? Also, like, that one square doesn't have a concrete or brick on it. How did that happen, though? I don't actually know. But this needs to be a bit more than 30, I think. I mean, not that it matters, because the rate that we need these at is very low, but... whatever. Okay, let's take out a couple more things that we're never going to need. Rubber... and... is that it? Glass... filters... motors... You know, I've never actually played this way before, where I don't have the materials I need to build anything, but I just have the buildings I need. It's kind of fun. I like it. Capacitors, I don't think I need. Because I just have all the buildings automated, so that's actually really fun. Never really done that. I think inserters we can say goodbye to forever. We have plenty of tier 2. Okay, how are my bots doing? We're about half usage, some of which are tier 2. I forgot to get the robot recall mod. I should grab some more construction bots, just so I have a full inventory. Oh, construction bot tier 2. I don't know why I forgot about that. Hold the phone. We need those. Construction bot tier 2. How much faster are they? Ooh, 40. 40 kilometers an hour. That's sweet. So those will be very nice. Oops. They actually use yield modules. That's funny. It's fun to watch the base run. All the little charging stations going. So nobody's going down here for the iron oxide. Is there a reason for that? Is that because my batteries are all finished? No, it is not. We have a different problem. What is the problem? Because aren't the batteries the ones that use iron oxide? So something is the matter with batteries. What has happened? What hath happened? We do need some lights here. We are out of carbon fiber. which is surprising because I set up a huge carbon fiber build. So we're either stalled on ammonia or we're out of argon. And we're not out of argon. Well, I don't know exactly what's happening here. But for now, I'll just do that. Because we're supposed to be unbarreling that ammonia down here. Wait, did I go too far? Where even is it? I've completely lost track of where things are in my base. No, it's up here. I went way too far. This guy right here is unbarreling ammonia if ammonia barrels are greater than 700. And then that gets... Oh, we're out of propene. That's the problem. Okay, let's investigate. Let's investigate. So ethylene is very high, to the point where we're actually burning it, which is bad. We should be turning that into propene. So this says it only runs if benzene's less than 50K. I think we want a different one. Oh, wrong kind of pipe, I guess. That runs if... Let's see. Where does this one go? This one goes to running the ethylene crackers. Yeah. Which, heck, why don't I put efficiency on these guys? Because they don't run all that often anyway. Or yield modules, I guess. So... Okay, so then this will run if propene is low as well. This could break everything, but if propene is less than 50,000, that will run. Yeah, I mean, we have benzene overflow set up anyway. But that's only if propene is small. I still think it'll work, but it's possible I just set up something that's going to end up stalling out my whole base. Or, well, this whole system. So this is now running and providing some more propene. And methane, for whatever it's worth. Okay. So those are all running full-time. As they should be. Those provide another 31 propene. It's doubling my propene, at least for now. Now, what all does propene get used for? We also use it down here. For BPA. And BPA gets used for epoxy. We're also out of ECH. Is that right? Yeah, it is. And epoxy gets used for all sorts of stuff. So we've got some interesting issues here. But yeah, the propene amount here is just pretty low. But at least batteries are running again. And this guy... What's my ammonia barrel? We're at 1.1K, so this guy should be running. Why is this guy not running? Ammonia barrel greater than 700 in the logistics network. which it is. Oh my gosh, it's the wrong recipe. Wow. I feel like a true dingus. Okay, well, that'll fix that. So now these will run with ammonia that comes from the network first. Okay, which is what we want. Wow. Okay, well that helps a little bit, but we've still got some other issues, but okay. That's the best I can do for now without increasing my propene production, I think. Is there another way to make propene? Since we're short on it. Don't have fatty acids. So the monoxide, ethylene, and that's it. Okay. I mean, there's the compressed version. Alkene synthesis pressurized. That's just the same recipe. And then there's this one, which actually makes methane primarily, which is actually a new recipe, which is interesting. But it still makes less propene. But the methane can be turned back into ethylene, which then can be turned back into propene. So, I mean, there's some sort of nice loop here. Butadiene and styrene are all good to go. Yeah, that stopped at 60,000, so. Yep, so that's right at 70%. So we've got pretty much everything pouring into propene. Benzene can't be turned back into propene, right? Benzene. There is benzene reforming where you can turn it back into monoxide and dioxide and stuff, but that's, I think, all we can do with it. Oh, I mean, oh, we're already doing that. Yeah, we get it. Dioxide's useless, though, so. Not literally useless, but basically useless. Yep, okay. So we've done all we can. I guess we could just add another distillery here, because the monoxide rate is less. But we also need the monoxide for the solvent that we're making. Looks like we have plenty of that, though. It's all very interesting. We are getting closer to our goal, distribution 2, which is nice. And that will all catch up eventually, I'm sure. But maybe it won't. Am I just, like, crazy here? Oh, also I wanted to check on ECH. But maybe I just need way more propene per second to sustain any sort of serious battery production. Now, these are stalled out on chlorine. Oh, this uses propene as well. That is kind of unfortunate. But right now the slowdown is actually water. This setup has confused me greatly. Oh no, okay, we have plenty of... The issue's propene. Yeah, I mean, that's where productivity is really important, and the next tier of yield module will be very nice because right now we are using a lot of epoxy, I guess. What all are we using epoxy for? Epoxy is going into, well, pipe 3s and fiberglass. Mostly fiberglass. And then fiberglass is going into the robot frames, I guess is the new draw. Because we already made a bunch of pipes, so the pipes shouldn't be a big draw. Oh, and then grid battery. Oh, no, that's grid battery too. That's not what we're making. So really, it's just robot frames are the only places we're using epoxy right now. So over time, that will cease to cost epoxy. Let's check on robots while we're over here. We do have 40 more, which is nice. Oh gosh, we're using all our bots at the moment. Sheesh. Okay, well, keep throwing these in there. Our poor base. Now we're short on lamps. Or are we just short on the bots to move the lamps? Well, maybe we need more of a request there. But it looks like we're just short on bots. Okay, module tier 2s. Let's kind of engineer this a bit better than we did last time. So we want... Well, hold on. We unlock some more modules soon, right? Productivity 1, which is productivity without a speed or power decrease. And then speed 2, which is speed without a power decrease. So that's very nice. So the problem is these are also ingredients to other things. So I have no idea how much I'm going to need. But to start with, let's just go with some of those. Yield 2s is nice because they make 5% productivity, but they have an even bigger energy and speed hit. Speed 2s we're going to unlock soon. And then yeah, I mean, speed 2s are so much better because they don't increase energy consumption. So they actually help make things more power efficient. Whereas haste, even though it provides a little bit more speed, makes things way less energy efficient. But then we've also got efficiency 2s, which help out hugely. So like 2 haste 2s plus an energy 2, or efficiency 2, is exactly equal to 2 speed 2s. Because that's plus 40% speed. Or it's equal to 3 speed 2s. Because it's plus 60% speed and 0 energy increase. So either way you use 3 modules, so it's kind of the same. So you might as well just use speeds because it's more, it averages out better. And then in terms of productivity, we're going to be able to choose between 4% or 5% with a speed and energy hit. And, you know, that extra, because there's 2 of these modules, that's 2% more productivity. We get 10 versus 8% productivity if we use these. But then to counteract it, you know, that's minus 30% speed. So we need like 1.5 speed modules and 1 efficiency module too. So you need an extra 2.5 modules worth of beacons to counteract the hit. So I was having a long Discord conversation with Black Noise about should you use yield or productivity. And I think the truth ends up being somewhere like you should use productivity on the lower tier buildings. And you should use yield on the highest tier buildings. And where you should switch is somewhere in the middle. And it also depends on how many beacons you're using. Anyway, did we set up all the top tier things? I guess haste 2s are already, yeah, okay. So, I don't even know, but let's go with 0.5, because I feel like if I say 1, it's going to be far too large. Now, the main ones I'm going to use are these, so I actually want these to be 1. Yeah, this is probably overkill. Now, we want small assembler 2, and we are going to use yield module 2s in these to maximize that. Oh my gosh, yeah, that needs so much stuff. But eventually we'll have the inputs. Let's at least set up the outputs to work with this. We are going to have beacon 2s. Amount affecting 1. We'll say 2 beacons. Constant beacon 0. Beacon per factory is kind of irrelevant. That just tells you how many beacons you're going to need to use and how much power they use. So it's not super helpful. As long as you know you end up having 2 per building. This is the one that actually affects the number of buildings you need. And we're going to put speeds in these, speed 2s. And let's see how that changes the 17 number. Hit play on that. Oh wait, hit play on this first. Oh, and that resets this for some unknown reason. And then we hit play. That brings it down to 12. Still need 30 making these efficiencies. What the heck? That is insane. That feels like way too much. These numbers are too high. I need to make these numbers smaller. Because we still need speed module 1s. Haste module 2s. Haste module 1s. Productivity 1s. Efficiency 1s. Haste 1 needs to go down. We don't have any repeats, right? Efficiency 1 and 2, haste 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. 2 yellows, 2 dark blues, 2 blues, 2 greens, and a red. Which is everything. Oh my gosh. This is... Yeah, we're gonna drop these numbers down. We're gonna say 0.5 of each of these. With 0.1, 6 a minute feels actually fine on those, and that will still make the numbers huge. Oh my gosh. Really need to apply this. Okay, that helps, but it's still insane. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna take out. Well, I need productivity, but I'm gonna take out the efficiency because those are already an ingredient. So once these back up, I'll still get those, and we're gonna go down to 0.2 because this is just crazy. And for this, we're gonna do 0.05, just so that we have some production of them. Okay, that's a little more realistic. These numbers actually feel doable. Still crazy amounts. Oh, we didn't apply the yield to everything, though. How's that help? Let's just check in terms of logic circuits. 3.56 down to 3.04. That helps a little bit. We already have batteries and sensors. I do want to automate these again for this build. These need to be at the bottom. Ooh, that is some serious input. Wowie. Green wire, red wire. Oh, and now that even needs to be more at the bottom. Okay. So those are all inputs I can just ship in from base, which I will do. Wowie zowie. Now, if you know what game has the cheat code Wowie zowie without Googling it, then I will be very impressed. Because that is a reference that I think very few people will get. Okay, so I need processors, and I need optical cable. And then I can at least build this. So add new processors. Oh, come on. Processor. Optical cable. I guess there's an add to top button. Okay. So we'll get there. For now, what goes into optical cable? I think we have most of the things. Yeah, we have everything. We do need epoxy and argon. And what's the rate on this? Pretty fast. That'll get 2 per second. So I think I still want to put this away from the main base. Is there somewhere where epoxy... That's solvent. Where's epoxy already happening? Way up here? I guess we can make optical cable up here. There's also argon right here, so we can kind of save ourselves the unbarreling. But I'll make 2, because I'm sure I'll need a bunch at some point. And this way there's room for beacons and such. But yeah, here we can just do this. And then this. And then that is the argon, which unfortunately needs to go up a square. And come through to here. Like that. There we go. And now we just need glass fiber, red wire, and plastic. Glass fiber is already right here. Ta-da! And then we just need red wire and plastic. And then we've got ourselves some optical cable. So red wire, plastic, yield modules, optical cable. Ta-da! We'll limit that. Something like that. Is it 100 per stack? Yeah. Usual stuff. Okay. Sweet. So optical cable's done, and processors are a bit more expensive, I think. Our first circuit. Oh gosh, there's 3 of them. Woo, doggies. So we do not have... Oh, and we even need a nanofabricator. Sheesh. We need monocrystalline silicon, which uses argon, also in a nanofabricator. Imagining I can't make those yet. Yep. So we need nanofabricator 1s. Let's start with that. It's also probably time for a concrete dump soon. What are we at? Almost 10,000? Yeah, I'll wait until I have like 20,000. 10,000's not as much as it sounds like. Okay, large assembler setup. And we want nano fabricator. And it didn't request surge electrolyzer 2. 5. And we don't have those. Surge electrolyzer 2s also need to be automated. Surge electrolyzer 2. Okay. So that'll get the nanofabricators going. What do they stack to? Annoying, there's too many things to read. They stack to 20. Okay. Good old Control-Shift-F. For when you really want to know information. put some more bot 2s in the network. Oh good, I can switch out my construction bots. I'll put those in the network. So now I get super fast bots. 44 kilometers an hour. Alright, so we'll need some nanofabricators making monocrystalline silicon. They're very slow. And where's my argon happening? Up here? Yeah. Now this isn't overflowing, is it? I didn't set up an overflow, right? Yeah, just for the trace gas. But we're still barreling up all that. Okay, so then nanofabricators. Where'd they go? Top, bottom? Where? There they go. I'm gonna need way more of these in the long run, but for now, I'll just put them here. Yield is very important here. Ooh, they can fit 3, though. That's new. And requester chest. Polycrystalline silicon. There we go. Or mono. Or is it poly? Oh, this is mono. Okay. That stacks to 100. That should be fine. Okay, and then we need a couple more of these for processors, which I need to be like in a big open space. Because I know I'm going to need a lot of these at some point. And then we do have construction bots, so that message should disappear soon. Yeah, there it goes. We'll extend things a bit. And then we also can make sensor 2s out of this. Oh, the nitric acid. Gosh darn it. So we need an unbarreling here. We also need an unbarreling here for nitric acid, which I haven't even started making yet. But we'll set it up at least. Empty argon barrel request. And then we need 1,000,000 solids. Okay, so nitric acid is the last thing we need. Which is... Oh, it's only oxygen and ammonia. That's not bad. So we'll just set up a little nitric acid plant here. Anywhere is fine, I guess. Actually, no, because we want this to be somewhere where there's oxygen readily available. Because we already have tons of it. There's no reason to make fresh oxygen anywhere else. And ammonia is already here. So actually, like, right here seems a reasonable place for it. So oxygen... Where's our main oxygen pipe? Guess it's right here. So we'll just have that go up here. Yep, there we go. And then extend. Oh, there comes a construction bot. And then corner. And then ammonia, which this is the main pipe for. Have come up to here. And did I just disconnect? Oh, it needs to be there. Did I disconnect any power? Potentially. Let's just make sure we're all connected. And there we go. Nitric acid. Easy peasy. Throw some yield in there just to be efficient with my ammonia. So that's an instance where productivity might make more sense because these are like both free anyway in terms of raw resources. The only holdup for ammonia, I mean, we have plenty of ammonia, so saving power and actually making nitric acid faster would probably make sense. And then here we're gonna barrel nitric acid. Where is it? I feel like I should be able to find it. It's a pretty unique color. There it is. All right. So that should do it for all the things we need for processors. So back over here. Maximum yield. And we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different objects at pretty low rates. So that should do it. Then we need some requester chests. I think this works, so we can do 2 sideways ones. Wait, that one needs to not be far away, and then this one is far away, and then those are both on the close side. And then we have one more for here. Okay. So we need green wire, memory circuit. I'm just going to do 1 stack of everything. Green wire, M circuit. 50 might be a bit small. Yeah, we actually need a lot more memory circuits than anything else even. Do 100 of those. Green wire, MIM circuit, mono, fiberglass. And finally, ceramic powder. Which, do we have that? Yeah, we still got that. That's built up over time, which is great. And there we go. Processors are available. Right here. Come get them. We are going to limit that to be fairly small. Because all of that is just to make 1 processor. You don't even get like 2 or 3 per craft. Something went wrong here. Oh, I see what went wrong. This needs to grab from the next one. That's an issue. Okay. So that should do it over time. We don't have green and we don't have very many memory circuits. So let's improve our memory circuit production and our green wire production. We might not even have green wire production. I'll have to check on that. Let's just throw another one in here because he's running at full time, I think. Oh no, it might actually be capacitors. Gosh, I even added another one. Ah, plastic. Plastic has become the thing I'm out of. Or is it? Yeah, there's no plastic. We are using all the plastic we get. Yep, there it is. So, is it time for the next tier of plastic build? It might be. Let's see. Let's get all that to be faster. So we can increase this amount to up to 15 per second. So let's see. Because the new plastic is far better. We haven't done it yet. But it uses BPA, styrene, and acrylonitrile to make 8 plastic. And I think that it's actually going to kick butt. Let's see kind of how many chem plants we need to get a lot of plastic from that. Problem is, we're already short on acrylonitrile for batteries and stuff, but let's at least check this out. Yeah, those alone is 10 more plastic per second. That's without any beacons or modules or anything. So we do want this butadiene, styrene, acrylonitrile. So we're going to want to build this in the bottom right, though. Wait, are we short on iron? The heck? Really? I wouldn't have seen that coming. Why are we short on iron? That's worrisome, in fact. Because I thought we had iron pretty much figured out. Is this all running? Yeah? This is all running. I guess it's just not enough. Wow. How are we using that much iron? I guess it's the steel, maybe? The steel usage is high enough, but wow. Okay. I don't know what we're using all this steel for, but I'm sure that'll catch up too. Oh, maybe it's the buildings. The like nano processors, because that used 5 tier 2 buildings. So that's probably it. We're also becoming gravel constrained at some point, so I'm gonna have to upgrade all this, I'm sure. To be able to handle more than the amount I'm handling per second. But in any case, what am I doing? The plastic. Plastic will go up here where I can get the styrene and butadiene easily. Alt-D, get rid of you guys. We'll drop a hanger over here. Drop one here too. Okay, and then chem plants. We'll start with 5 plastic. Bingo, bango. Okay, so what is it? Butadiene and styrene. Okay, hook that up. So this one is the styrene is the liquid. And that is here. Yeah, here and here. Currently not using either of them. Interesting. Okay, so I'll actually come in from this direction. I didn't realize I was to the right of it. So that is the butadiene, that's the styrene. Need an extender. Okay. I don't like to have open pipe connections. It scares me. Because in the long run, you might regret that. Got our unbarreler for acrylonitrile. Do some requests. Yeesh, that's scary. We don't have any. That's very scary. And then we need BPA. Let's just do in front here. BPA, pretty small amount. And then we'll come back to put plastic in a chest. Okay, good. There's a little bit at least. We'll request 100. And then output rate is actually 2. So we need a little bit faster. Okay, so there's some extra plastic plus yield. And at least when I have all the liquids, that's a lot per second. The problem is this acrylonitrile, which is probably still propene, held up by propene amounts, I'm guessing. Yep, sure is. I think it is time to add another one of these. So this actually needs to be a 1 to 3. And so does this. Okay. Okay, well that should help. That's another third. And then I'll add in another pasty beacon to help out a little bit. Low power? What? What do you mean low power? Why is that saying low power? I don't have low power. Maybe it just takes a minute to build itself up? I don't actually understand that. We have plenty of power. Interesting. In any case, that helps with the crafting speed on these. So that's 53 propene, which these can use, or these ones can use up to 144 ethylene, which these are producing a lot less than that, so we're not going to have any issues there. So that should help with my propene production. Eventually, benzene is going to overflow. Yeah. Which is okay, because propane's low. I think. But that should help a little bit. Propene, fluids. So we've been making 5.7K a minute. This was when our ethylene was emptying out for a little bit, but then now we're at maintenance amounts of ethylene. So 5.7K a minute. We should see that go up. here in a second. But yeah, propane's definitely the limiting factor. Batteries are building up oh so slowly. I'm just going to stop that there for now. Batteries are very expensive. All this stuff. Oh, those are just slow. Those aren't expensive. I mean, the argon is maybe... It's not expensive. It's just volcanic gas. Plus distilleries. But I might not have enough of it per second. Oh, green wire. That's what's going on here. So we've got processors as soon as I get green wire going. And that will be good. So green wire... Don't I already... I just need to put it in a chest, I think, because I have green wire. Yeah, I mean, I can just do this. So. Okay, what about beacon 2s? That's going to help a lot. I feel like it's kind of weird. You know, beacon 2s give you 80% total. I feel like beacon 3s, you know, because that goes from 50 to 80, and then you only go from 80 to 100. So beacon 3s feel a little bit underwhelming compared to the, you know, it doesn't feel like an even progression. Because if you think about the difference between 50 to 80%, that's actually a 60% increase from 50 to 80. And then you only get a 20% increase, or sorry, 25% from 80 to 100. So I feel like 120% total might make more sense, you know. But I mean, the buildings get stronger, they also hold more modules, so I guess even a small boost is still significant. You know, that's the issue with Bobs, is you get beacons with longer range, beacons that can hold more modules, beacons that transmit more effectively, plus buildings that hold more modules. There's like 4 axes that all increase every tier, which is just too much. But I feel like beacon 3 is not quite enough of an increase, but maybe, you know, I'm just being selfish or complainy. Okay, sensor 2s are needed for beacon 2s, and that requires titanium tetrachloride, which requires rutile, which requires me actually doing the whole rutile thing. Which I guess I get to pick sand and hydrochloric and caustic, or sand and sulfuric. This one feels a lot more reasonable. This is, yeah, another way to make silica that just happens to net you rutile. And that's a way to get rid of hydrochloric acid, I guess. That's interesting. Because it doesn't make sand much faster. Or silica. It's actually slower. It's a slower way to make silica. It gets rid of hydrochloric and caustic, though. And it nets you some free rutile, but this is the one we should make. And then there's a late game worm harvest way to make rutile, but... So we probably should set this up while we're thinking about it. The module's tier 2 stuff, gosh. I need about 1 million small assemblers for this. And a few mediums. Let me actually grab... Well, we have enough built up. There's 50 more. We've got plenty. How are we doing on bots? Okay, we got another decent amount. We will start recalling tier 1 bots soon, because I think we probably are actually getting close to the number of tier 2 bots where they can carry the weight by themselves. We're probably going to need about 500, I'd guess. Logibot 2s to handle everything. Because it looks like we're using more than 500, but a lot of the ones that are running right now are tier 1 bots. Like you can see the slower speeds. So if it was only tier 2 bots running, we wouldn't need as many. Okay, well, let's set up by our sulfuric acid. Let's set up a little bit of rutile generation. Just to get that going, because we've got sulfuric up here. Looks like that's not made. It's probably in a flotation cell. I'm going with my intuition. Yeah, there it is. So then we need a little bit more sulfuric up here. Sludge is kind of annoying because there's no sludge nearby. Where's the nearest? Sludge is all the way over here. Okay, we can connect it to this. And it actually looks like we can't. No. We'll go to the right, and then we'll have to squiggle down to avoid that volcanic gas. And then sludge is here. So we need a T. That's unfortunate. I guess we'll squiggle down one more. Okay, so that'll get rid of the sludge, and then we will just vent the CO2. This goes straight into a provider, and we need a requester. Oh, that's actually needed at higher rates. I wonder if that messes up the bots. Are they still going to deliver it to the right place if I move it when they're mid-flight? We will do yield, but that should do it. That'll give me some rutile flowing. And then titanium tetrachloride is graphite, rutile, and chlorine made in a furnace. So we'll put this over by our chlorine. That's not a furnace. That's a furnace. We'll make this here because we do have chlorine available in this. Wait, what? Do I not? Chlorine available? What am I doing? I'm just getting rid of all the chlorine? And what is this doing? That's requesting it. Oh, we need overflows here. This should only be going if we're over, you know, at least 30% or something. And then we want chlorine to come out. I'll just put these here. Whatever. And we need rutile and graphite. So rutile and graphite. I mean, we're just going for small amounts of this at the moment. And then we're gonna barrel that. We'll limit the barrels pretty heavily. Titanium tetrachloride, fill barrels. I think that's actually all we need to do. Okay. Sweet. What's happening with graphite? Because it looked like it was low. Is this not attached? Oh my goodness. I literally never attached the second electrolyzer. Well, that's one issue for sure. They'll still only make 3 graphite a second, which apparently is not enough for everything I need it for right now. Guess we'll get some extra speed, because I don't have a lot of room. 3.6 per second. But then I'm going to run out of carbon monoxide. Didn't I come up with a new way to make graphite? Oh yeah, methane. Methane makes graphite. Just by itself. And then hydrogen can be turned back into methane. 100 goes to 24. Granted, you know, but so it's not a full loop. But it gives me like half of it back. What are we doing with methane? We're using it. It's not like it's overflowing or anything. So. Okay, so this is a... Yeah, I don't actually know what methane's being used for. I don't remember. Oh, well, it's getting used for styrene. No, that's ethylene. Methane's here. Oh, for methanol. That's one thing. Is that it? Looks like that's it. I guess that just happens to be enough of a demand. I don't remember what all uses methanol, so maybe... Oh, is it acrylonitrile or ECH or something? Can't remember. It uses propene and benzene for BPA. What uses methanol? There's something big, is it? Who knows? Whatever. Whatever. All I know is I'm short on propene still. This episode is starting to run a little long. So, we're not going to get module tier 2s done. Hey, our last research is queued up, though. That's awesome. And look at this. Robot cargo capacity is on the horizon. Gosh, we got some expensive researches, though. 900 of everything for locomotion, 1,000 for this one. 700, 850, 800, 900. That one doesn't actually require green science. And then exploration, 1. What is that? Drone launcher. Scout drone. Oh, that's cool. I'm excited for that. That'll be fun. But yeah, so we still have a lot missing. I think we're going to need to pretty soon revamp our whole base. Just make everything bot-based. Get a ton more production of some of the basic stuff and a ton more of these. Like, I need a block that I can just copy-paste for these gases. Because we're just really short on all these, and I guess I could move this and just keep extending it. I did kind of want to leave room for things to just keep extending up, but I just need so much more propane than I thought I would. It's crazy. Okay. We did finally build up on all the nanofabricators, which was very expensive, I'm sure. So that's good. And then I should probably put these 50 bots in the network. We're going to need them. Because I want to basically start using blueprints where I have chunks that build a certain amount of thing, and I can just paste them all around. The only things I really want to keep using belts for is probably the smelting, the initial smelting of ores. And how are my patches doing, by the way? Limestone, we still got plenty. Iron. Still got plenty. I will need to add some more, though. I have used up a few squares, but still got 6.4 million on that. As soon as I run out of sandstone here, I've got 15 million right here to tap into, and then the bauxite still got plenty as well, and I have more to tap into on that. So, no large issues with ore. Power seems to still be fine. I do need a bit more... I need a bit more Stirling engine ability. Plus thermal. Can I get thermal tanks now? Have I added in the new things I need? What the heck? What are these things? Medium tank 3, insulation, and eutectic salt box? What even is eutectic salt? Weird. Okay. Soda ash, crushed limestone, and nitric acid. Interesting. But I can actually set that up pretty easily. And insulation... I don't have gypsum, but I can set that up pretty easily too. Because a few thermal tanks plus some more Stirling engines will basically help my geothermal become better accumulators. Alternately, I already have a bunch of accumulators. I can just set that up. Where are they? Right here. That's 1 gigajoule. But I mean, that's just not very much. 1 gigajoule is only enough for 5 seconds of running the base. Granted, the wind never goes truly to 0, so it's not like I need a ton. You know, in this moment, the lowest wind seems to go as about 40 megawatts. But let's just look at a thermal tank. That holds 6 megajoule per degree Celsius. Right now, there's about a... What's the temperature differential between what the engines run at? So these go up to 250. These run at what temperature? I think it's like 180, so there's like 70 degrees. So 70 times 6 megajoules. Oh, that's not even a gigajoule either. But that's per thermal tank, which is a lot better. If I get to geothermal 2, then we get up to 300 degrees Celsius. And Stirling engine 2s, which I will be able to make. And those start running, I think, at a lower temperature as well, which helps make the differential between the 300, the operating temperature, which means thermal tanks then hold more because the difference is bigger. It'll be like 300 to 150, so then these will hold closer to like a gigajoule each. So that's like a long-term solution. I think, honestly, the best short-term solution is just to keep adding more wind turbines if I have power issues. Because the more wind turbines I have, the higher the dips are. Because wind never really truly goes to 0. It might for like a few seconds. But, you know, you can see on average it's like pretty high. All right. We need to call it an episode here. We are definitely starting to run into some base issues, so we're gonna have to figure out how to fix that and catapult ourselves truly into the next tier of production. But for now, this is what we got. So thank you guys a lot for watching. I've enjoyed streaming or on YouTube. Thank you for watching the video. Let me know what you think in the comments on YouTube, and I'll see you guys next time.